Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I showed you how to train your model and also register it in the Azure portal or Azure cloud. So let me just show you what I mean by this. So we have learned how to deploy, let's say, register our model, train and register our model. And this is our model here. Now the question is how to use this model so I can do the inference or the prediction. So for that we need to create endpoint. So this I already showed you how to create this manually or using CLI version 2. So in today's video I will try to show you how to create this via Azure pipeline. So just let me show you this. So this was our training pipeline. So in the beginning, I have to install, I mean, of course, I have to use Python. I have to install the ML extension. This one is just to check because this installation, it takes somehow minutes. And for that, I have update if the version is already installed, just print it's installed, for instance, this one here. If not, but you can just keep it as it is. Add ML extension, add name, and here you should add ML. And next one is creating a resource group. So as I said, resource group, it's like an umbrella or home. And all of these resources, I mean the workspace, for instance, is belong to this resource group and also storage account. And the storage, I mean the container, it's belong to storage, this one here. And now we need to create a data store and data asset and compute, which belong to workspace. So I have uh, already explained this, the theory behind this. Now we need to create a cluster. I mean, this is not needed. I will see, because for the training, you need to have a cluster. And now here we have starting our training job. I mean, yeah, training. So I have already explained this. If you have a question, just please drop it down and I will answer it. And here, if you would like to use it or test the model manually, so I have here download the model. And in here, I have copied the some files are needed for, let's say, for creating the endpoints. So in here I have include these deploy folders, and I will show you in when I have the the stuff. So just let me just show you now. So you can see this is the deploy. Mm, So I have copied the deploy model and all files in this folder. And if you can see, this folder has 1, 2, and even readme. It's fine. Now here I have endpoint YAML and deployment YAML file. This we will use in the, let's see, creating endpoints. And for this, I have just published this artifacts or these files, for instance, any files here, I will need it. I will publish it in the as artifacts, and this artifact will be used in the next uh, pipeline. So for that, we have to go to release. What I have done here, I think this one here. Let me just enable. Yeah, this one, because here it's unsafe disable. So disable save ops. I don't want it to run because I already have a model and everything is here. Now let me just go to releases. Now I will try to create a new pipeline. Let me call this, I will try to start with empty job. Before this, let me just go end point deployment. This is fine, I think. Now, as you can see here in this release pipeline, I need to add the artifact. And let me just go in here in the old pipeline. I'll just want to show you something. So if you go here and see the published stuff, and you can see this is our pipeline here. This is what we have already uploaded. Deployment model and integration. This will be in the next video. And yes, so now I need to select this one here. So I have to select build, I mean the artifact, which is from the project, and it was in ML train, ML3, so ML3, you can see here, it's ML3. I mean, just type here, and I mean, just through here, and it will show you the source pipeline. Now, would you like to use some other resources, specifically version, or just keep it list? So I will just keep it list. Why I need to keep it list? Because now, assume that I have already the version 1. The model is already uploaded. For instance, this model here, right? Don't care about this version here because I have uploaded several versions. But assume that you would like to run the model furthermore. I mean, next time. So for this time, this latest, it will take the latest version. But if you specify the version here, you have to change it every time you train the model. So I just keep it latest. Now I'm going to endpoint deployment. So what I need to have here in the beginning, I need to specify the host. I mean, because I have a private, I have it here. I also uploaded a file how to a video how to use a self-hosted agent. So, and this also I'll keep it as it is. And you can see here in the beginning, it will try to download this artifact so we can use it in the next commands. So in this view, I need to use Python. Use Python. I'm using 0.0. So if you change it here, it will change automatically to the name. So what are you expecting we need to have? So now after uh, uh, specify the Python version, I need a CLI command. CLI, and I will just paste it here. So for this, I need to install CLI. Install Azure CLI ML. So for this also we need to specify the manager resource. I have also showed you how to do it. So just skip. Now we need a PowerShell, and if you have a file, you just specify the file path. But now I will just run this, and let me just copy the to avoid the the error. I'll just copy this. Now I have now installed the CLI ML extension. Now I need another one, CLI. If you followed the video or the tutorial on how to use how to create endpoint or deploying with the CLI, you can follow here. It's almost the same, except this resource manager connection. Now I also need a PowerShell. This is also in line, and I have also uploaded this for you, so you can just copy paste. So for creating a new resource, I mean endpoint. No, this is the endpoint. we need to copy this file here. So copy, I mean these lines. So just paste it here. And here you need also to specify the file. But this file, with this file, I need to specify with this file. So I can just go not here, environment. Okay, yeah. So I didn't need to specify the folder, because as you can see here, let me just go to this, and you can see this is, it will be the resource. Let me just, no, no grouping. So as you can see here, I will try to create endpoint. The file is in Azure ML deploy, but where is this one here? So it's in the artifact itself. And let me just show you this. As you can see, this is the artifact, and this is the main directory. And I'm starting from here, from Azure ML deploy, and this will be the files. For instance, endpoint. And someone will say, what is the endpoint? The endpoint is nothing, it's just a file. It's a file, sorry, YAML file with the name and authentication key. So it's needed indeed. So to create this, you need to create this file. And which resource group would you like to create this endpoint? And I mean, where's your model? So it's in a workspace, this one, and this is the resource group. So as you can see here, it is in workspace demo pipeline 03. And if you go to this, you can see the the workspace. Let me just go. Okay. I mean, this already explained in the couple of videos, last couple of videos. So it's not needed to repeat. So now I need just to change this name. I will just call this create endpoint. Now I will try to create endpoint. So where's the endpoint here? Uh, okay, here's the endpoint. I will try to create endpoint here with this command. And the next one is how to deploy this endpoint. So it's create another one, or just clone. You can clone and update. So I will just copy the name. It should be endpoint deployment. And the code, it will be, should be different from this. I will have to remove this and paste another one. So you can see in the create endpoint, I have used online endpoint create, and here I have online deployment create, and here I specify the deployment file. Someone will ask, what is the file here? Deployment, and you can see the deployment file. It contains, let's see, it contains the name of the deployment, the endpoint name which is defined in this file, endpoint file, and which model I would like to use. So it's Azure ML Fruit Final Models version 2, version 6. So you can go to this one model. If you see, I have this is my model final model version 6. Just try to use this. And what is inside this model is this the output for the model. This already created when we trained the model. So please go back to the video before. Now this is the endpoint. Now I will with this commands, I will creating another deployment. Let's see, I have a create endpoint. Now I need to deploy the model so I can use it, for instance, for the inference. But before finishing this or run this, I would like to have another one, colon. I need to have set endpoint to 100. Someone will ask, what is this? But so here I have created endpoint, and here I deploy the endpoint. Now I need to make, let's say, a traffic 100%, or depends on your stuff. So what does this mean? So if you create endpoint and also deploy it, but without this command here, it will try. It's like you have created the endpoint, but the traffic or usage of this is zero, so no one can use it. So what you should do is adding this traffic multi-line, multi-class. So because it's the name of this deployment is multi-class. You can see it's in the YAML file, and I put it in to 100%. So this value has to be from one, I mean between 0 and 100, not more than 100 and not less. Let's say 0, but the default is 0. And this not wait is just to when it's finished, just don't wait, just finish, kill the process, not kill the process, sorry. It will just tell you this is the endpoint traffic is 100%, is finished. So for this, I will just try to save. Now I save this pipeline here. So how to run this indeed? So as you can see, this is the continuous deployment trigger. So would you like to have it manually? I mean, continuously. So what does that mean? So if, let's say, me go to the training pipeline. So I have here the training pipeline, right? Oh, and see, this is the training of the pipeline, and here I will upload the artifacts. Okay. Now, after finishing this, after uploading or publishing the artifact, would you like to create a resource, I mean, a release version or not? So if yes, you have to enable this. If not, just keep it as default disabled. So I will just, for now, I will just keep it as the disabled. And you can see here, schedule not set. So this is scheduling. So we would like to create a release. It's called release, but in our case, it's endpoint. It's create a release every, for instance, I don't know, maybe every Sunday, every Saturday, let's see, and the time, specify the time and everything. It should be fine. But I will just keep it uh, false. So now I have in this point in this pipeline. Uh, now I have to click in this job here. So I have these commands, or let's say tasks. It's command because this one task. And so let me just say I would like to run this pipeline and see what's going on. So if we run this, it will try to create an endpoint here and also the deployment with 100%. Okay, let me just start. So how to start the release? You can just click here, create release, or maybe go to the pipeline, this one, the pipeline itself, and create release. So if we click OK, so now this should creating. So you can see it's in progress. So you can see the log, starting from the log, and starting download the artifact. It's already downloaded. And if you have a pipeline, let's see, host, I mean agent self-hosted, you can see it here. This is the release 2, I think, release 2. It's downloaded all of these files here. Now the second point, it will try to install the CLI, and the next command also will be, the next one is creating endpoint and etc. So because this will take few minutes, let's see more than 20 minutes, I don't, because creating endpoint and deploying it will take 50 to 20 minutes, all of these commands. So I will try to pause here and show you the result. When I have any issue, I will of course show you what is the error and how I solved it. So by the way, you see, if you see here, new the releases here, you can see how many I have, how many errors here. So that's why I will just need to give you the final solution without any issue. Hopefully this should work. And I will pause now the recording and see you in a few minutes. Hi, welcome back. So you can see now our pipeline is almost done. And if we go to model, so you can see the, here's the endpoint, and we have the endpoint 100%. I mean, multi-class, it's now 100%. But you can see this, the pipeline is still running. So I will just pause. I don't know, this set endpoint traffic 100%, it almost take 7 minutes. And you can see creating endpoint only 1 minute, and deploying is 6 minutes. And this, I have no idea. But let me just show you. I got in the beginning one error. Let me just go back to the pipelines. So you can see I have, now it's finished. You can see our pipeline is finished. Now let me just see. You can see here I have run it 2 times. What was the error here? So you can see the error by clicking here, and you can see here no directory for Azure ML. So I forgot just to add this. So let me just edit the pipeline. And what I have done is this one here. For instance, creating endpoint. As I said, this create endpoint, it needs a file, and with the file, it's in Azure ML deploy model, then endpoint. But with this ML, so we have to define the directory from here. So you can just click here, then you see with your, for instance, in my case, let me just, in my case, the file start from here. You can see Azure ML deploy. So where's this one? It's in classification, and it's starting from here. So I have to identify this one here from the Azure ML to classification, and the other one it's already included. So I'll just, because there's no change, it will be the same. So that is the only thing you need to take care. You have the endpoint file, for instance, from here, but where is this? And if you remove this, for instance, let me just assume this, you remove this. So you need to point out where's the endpoint file. So you just go here, find where's your endpoint. So our endpoint, it's here. So I have to select this one, so this directory. So it will be this one here, right? So because I will not save this, because I need it like this. So yeah, so now if you see here, we have our endpoint and also the deployment. So after deployment, you can see all these tests, these tabs: test, consume, monitoring, and test. You can test it manually. Let's see. So for instance, let me just copy some data here. So this is the data. It's also in the endpoint. I mean the deployment model folder. You can find it there. Or is it? So click test. So now you can see our result. Okay, I think I didn't explain what is the score here. So you can see in the score. So but this already explained in the previous video when I used CLI. So but let me just explain it shortly. So for the deployment, we will need to somehow need a file, let's see, called score. So assume that you are training your model in your PC. Now you would like to train, I mean, let's say, do the inferencing, right? Use this, your model in the inferencing. It's ignore now the cloud. Now what you need, let's say you train a model and you give it to me. What I need to now, I need to load the model, right? Now I need to know how to use it, what is the input and what is the output, right? So that's why I have added here score. It has to be added here. So you can see starting with any initial file. So this will run only one time uh, in the beginning. It will load the model and also the unique. So just loading the model and unique, and it will be used here. Run. In the run. And in the run, I have sent the data as you can see here. I have sending this data here from this. Now I'm expecting this is the model predict. I'm expecting now the result as prediction. I have the predicted class. Let's see, and the probability for each class. So because I have 8 classes here, so you can see prediction is too cool, and the probability for each class is this one here. If you click again, it will be it will give you the same result, of course, with no issue because it's a classification. Now this is how to do it manually. Now in the if you would like to do it to use this as a consuming, you can just click C Python and you can copy this file and you need to change the data. Just add the change the data, it will try to give you the. So in the next video, we'll try to show to see how to use it in the notebooks. So you just copy this and put it in the notebooks. But yeah, that's it for today. And if you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs like. And if you have any question, just drop it in the comments below, and I will answer it, of course. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.